Hi and welcome. My name is Johnny Fragan. I'm from All Total Coaching. What I want to talk to you today is about part 2 of the Antidotes of Life that I've comprised over the last 20 years and traveled to 47 countries all over the world. But before we start, I'd like to mention a book that I'm proud and humbled at the same time. How to Be a Man, What Your Father Never Taught You. A book is in printing and our book launch will come very soon. You will be notified, all of you, on the book launch at the location, more than likely in May, in Sydney, more than likely in the CBD. So today, I'd like to urge you to subscribe to our channel for great content, the things that will change your life, on issues that all of us deal with, including myself. So, to part 2 of the Antidotes of Life. People that take selfies every day and put them on Instagram or Facebook or whatever are really mental people in disguise. There's nothing wrong with taking a selfie here and there, but not consistently every day. And then wasting hours and hours editing those pictures. Money can make you happy in the short term, but in the long term, if you don't share it, travel and help those that are close to you, we know that sooner or later you're going to get depressed. I personally know 2 rich people that had millions that committed suicide. If you are looking for the perfect life, keep watching TV. If you don't have a dream and a purpose in life, you are drifting in the wind and you will change your mind so many times and then you wonder why you are going to be confused. The biggest experts are the ones that give advice to everybody, but they can't give the same advice to themselves. Those that can take a joke or can be criticized are the biggest champions and the biggest complainers of their life, and their life is a mess. The biggest enemy is yourself. Stop beating yourself internally on mistakes you've done in the past. If you don't make peace with yourself, you can't make peace with others. Don't ask for respect when you don't respect yourself. If you can't take no for an answer, and you throw a tantrum, really, you are a 5-year-old child. If you work in a job that you hate long enough, you will get depressed. No one cares what you think of your boss. But as long as he's your boss, keep your thoughts to yourself. If you don't be surprised that it'll backfire on you. Don't piss in water that gives you to drink. All you do is harm yourself. The abused human trait that I ever found is encouragement. The worst is ridicule and sarcasm. If you have a constant need to be on the phone, play music, be on YouTube or watch TV, you're in a state of chaos. If you can't sit still for 5 minutes and listen to silence, you're on the verge of depression, or you are already depressed. If you are constantly working or thinking of money, you don't even realize you've been indoctrinated by the media. If you don't delegate tasks at work or at home or wherever, sooner or later you'll have a heart attack. Office politics is a disease. Don't get involved. If you do, sooner or later, the gossip will turn against you. Don't get involved in office romance. If you do over time, it will blow in your face. Those that don't ever have time to talk are most of the people that are busy doing nothing. Those that can't forget can never forgive. Those can never forgive and forget can never move on. If you have a constant need to talk, you have massive inner conflict. If you can't listen, you are a selfish person. A person with no boundaries is a doormat. Your God is not better than mine or anybody else. Really, there's only one God. But unfortunately, some people misinterpret what their God said. A story without proof and evidence is a made-up story. If you can't help people, at least don't put their obstacles in their way. Politicians kiss babies before elections. 90% what they say are lies. If someone talks well, it doesn't mean they are telling the truth. Most poor people that are humble, most people that are poor are humble. But watch a poor man that becomes rich to find out his real character and colors. A person is judged not by his money, by his anger and how he tips, or he's stingy or not, how quickly he becomes angry and how quickly he ticks. Those that can't keep a secret are really children that haven't grown up. Most of the West is like a beautiful woman, but once you get to know them long enough, it's mostly rotten. Talk less and do more. Your parents, with all the faults, are your parents. They fed you when you were a child. They deserve some respect. It's better to block people on social media and ignore them than abuse them. So this concludes part 2 of the Antidotes of Life. I really hope you enjoy this. More to come in the next following weeks. And I'll just talk about our book, How to Be a Man, What Your Father Never Taught You. In this book that we explain, we talk about manhood. What is a man? How to be a man? Women, relationships and sex. Media, manipulation, indoctrination via the movies. Health, food and exercise. Why it's so important. Money, wealth, what you need to know, what you're not taught at school. Value, what it is, it's why it's so important. How to overcome depression and fear, the biggest phenomena in our generation. I talk about suicide, that 8 people commit suicide a day in Australia, and I have proof here from the Australian Bureau of Statistics. And here it is. It's analysed in my book, Australian Bureau of Statistics, that it's increasing across the world. We've got an epidemic of suicide and depression in Australia, and these are the people that succeeded. These are not mentioned of the people committing them, and it's 3 times more than this figure. If you don't believe me, go to the Australian Bureau of Statistics and you'll see it live. Just go to the Australian Bureau of Statistics /suicide, you will find it sooner or later. I talk about happiness and fulfillment, feminism, the real truth, family code and consequences, false accusation, domestic violence, how to be social and build a great network, keep up, how to maintain your relationships, and summaries of rules that will save your life. Ladies and gentlemen, after reading this book, they'll have many people that will love me and many people that will hate me. But I will tell you now, you will never forget me after you read these books. More than likely, I've been advised that I will come eventually to the media's attention and I'll be ridiculed, and one day there'll be a number on me. But the truth is the truth. It has to come out so some people will know the truth. Read my book. It'll blow you away. You will not agree on everything. But I promise you one thing. I will touch you. And I will make you think like very people succeeded before. Subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for all the people that helped me throughout the Antidotes of Life and writing this book. Remember, my dear friends, if you don't take action, nothing will happen. As always, you know who I am? I'm your friend, Johnny Frick.